Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sabythesimmer, aka Sabythesimmer. I hope you're doing well this Thursday. I was like, what date is it gonna be when I put this up? But yes, Thursday. Hi, hello, welcome back. And welcome to the channel if you're new. Like I said, I'm Sabythesimmer, but I go by Sabythesimmer here, or just Sabby. And I thought today I would actually film some like building basics, so I'm gonna do separate parts so we can do it like in different parts, and then you can kind of just watch them depending on what your needs are, what you want out of building. So I just think it's better if I break it up and break it down. Break it down. But anyway, so today I'm gonna focus on the shell basically and roofing, so that's what we're gonna focus on today. The next one we'll do like window placements, doors, floor plans, and I don't know if I'll put landscaping in that one as well. I am sure we can fit landscaping, windows, doors, and a floor plan into one video, so that will be the next video. And then we'll do interiors in the third part of this video, just placing things around, raising up, lowering items, just creating different things with the items that you have in game, and yeah, so on and so forth. I'm going to keep it really basic and just use base game items so that it's really accessible to everyone, and then that way when we go into interiors as well, we just use base game items and just keep it really simple for you guys. And obviously depending on what items you have, what packs you have, you can just add to the game however you wish. But anyway, not the welcome wagon, oh boy. But anyway, let's get into build mode and I'll show you guys how I kind of put together a shell. So this is a lot that we're on. I can't remember what it was originally called because I've just got the green Pinterest house, because this is where I built this build I think originally, or where I was going to build this build over there. I can't remember, but I can't remember what this actual lot is called. But if you know the area, this is Willow Creek and this is the Pancakes house. So it's literally opposite the Pancakes house and it's the bigger lot. I can't remember the size of this actually. 40 by 30. I don't think I'm going to use the whole lot. I'm not going to use it all up. I'm going to probably like squish it in and center it a bit. And what I'm gonna do is I think I'll keep to one floor, because going to two floors, this is a build that I've done on stream, but if we go on to second floor I think it might make things a bit more complicated, so we'll just do a one-story build for now. But first things first, I always put on, well sometimes I forget, but I'm gonna put on the move objects cheat. So you can open your cheats panel. On console I press, well I'm on the PlayStation, I press R1, L1, L2 and R2 all together, and it will come up with the cheat panel that you can see at the top, the green little bar, and then you just type in BB dot, oh it's not coming up for me, okay, move objects, oh yeah, because I've used the cheat so many times, move objects, one word, and then you type on, and then it will come up with this. If you're using cheats for the very first time, you will have to type in testing cheats, or one word again. You can do on or true, it really doesn't matter. So you can do on, or you can do true, and then what it will do is it says cheats are enabled. But in terms of shape, I don't know what I'm going to go for. When building, I think everyone starts off with just a box. And sometimes it's probably larger than this, because I know for me, we all gonna start with like a big box because we want to fit several rooms in it. And now that I've been building for a bit longer, I realized that I kind of know how to work out a floor plan, so I know how big I want certain builds to be, and I'm also okay with like extending things and making it bigger. So although I'm not going to do a second floor, I think I might do some like what do you call it again, dormers? I think that's what they're called. I think that's in the wrong place. I think I need to put it there. So if I press triangle on my controller, and then I can like delete walls, and if I press it again you can go back to the wall tool and it's fine. And obviously we only have a tiny box, there's not much happening in there, so don't be afraid to do a little bump out. So that's what I'm gonna do, just a little one, so we have extra room. And I'm probably gonna do one on this side as well, but slightly smaller. So out there, yeah. And this just gives me what am I saying, this will give me an opportunity to show you guys different roof pieces and stuff. So I'm gonna go straight into the roof, the Gable Roof. I always forget what they're called. And what you can do, because we're not going to use the second floor, I will just go through these walls here. Sometimes if I'm using the second floor and I want it to be a bit of like a loft, I will use several different roof pieces to create a certain look so that it doesn't interfere with the walls. Because sometimes you can be in the room and it's like, oh, it's cutting through the room and things like that, which is very, very annoying. I might lower it again. I don't want it to be that low. I just, yeah, like there. Also, if you are on PC, you can hold this, and when you're pulling this, you have a lot more like Maybe it's Alt actually, but you have a lot more freedom. But with console, it's really, I'm just using a little analog stick, so I don't have as much freedom as I would like, but it does what I need it to do, to be fair. I'm going to use the Gable Roof again to create the little dormer thingy bobs. Ooh, too short. And I'm just going to copy it. The little copy sign above it. We have got it peeking here, this middle bit, and I don't know how I feel about that, and I don't know if I should just bring this a little further down. I don't like the way that looks. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. So I might have an actual like higher roof than I plan to. And maybe it's a matter of like pulling these dormers out, because I want to put windows on it. I want it to feel like it's a real room, even if it's not. You might have to pull them out. I think it was too short for the height of the wall. I mean the roof. So I'm going to pull them out and just pull the roof bits out as well. With the roof pieces, you can toggle or like adjust the flaps is what I call them. I don't know if there's an actual technical name, but the flaps, you can change them, you can pull them in and out. Let me just undo, and you can also do one side only. So on the screen you can see that it's showing me that if I hold square at the same time as pressing X, so I'm going to select with X, hold with square, and then it will allow me to just do one side. This is really useful if you've got a tricky roof and you want to just tuck in one end. And I'm going to be able to show you that because I personally like when I can tuck in an end for a roof that's like against a wall like this. So I'm probably going to leave it this height because I really like how it matches in with the other roof. But I'm just going to tuck in the right side. Oh, for some reason, if I'm already in the roof category, it won't let me do one side. Very annoying. I don't know if that's a thing that everyone experiences or if it's just a console thing or me thing. But yeah, it's just, you can't see the difference, but I know that I've pulled that end in and it makes me happy. So that's why I'm doing it. And so that we can use a different roof, what is it called? A half-hipped roof. This is what I'm going to use for this side. And this will just make the build look a bit more interesting because I think you can use the same roof all the way around and it looks fine, but for me I prefer to use a slightly different roof just to change things up. So this is just a general shape of the house. You don't have to do anything too fancy, too crazy. This is all you can do. And if you want to have a little porch, this is what I normally do. Sometimes I build a room, so I might just build a 2 room. Is the grid on? I took it off, sorry. It's a 2 by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 2 by 7 room. I do this because oftentimes I just find it easier. So I'm going to also use the half gabled roof here. We're going to turn it, slap that down there, and just put it across, and I'm just going to flatten it like that. Or I might try and level it with the roof that's already there. Maybe? And like, as you can see, there's like cross section here, and this is when it comes in handy to be able to pull in tabs. So I'm going to hold X and square again, and I'll put on the screen what you can hold to do it. And I'll do that there, and then pull that in, and it just makes it slightly neater. It's still got a cross section there. I don't know if I can even fix that, to be fair. I'd have to pull the roof back, which wouldn't make sense because it needs to be there. If you really wanted to keep this style and you didn't want this issue happening, I would do this. You could just pull these ends in, which is, you know, so much easier than what I was just about to try and show you. I totally didn't consider that. But yeah, you can just pull these ends in. The only reason why I like the ends out is because sometimes I just feel like it's just an awkward space or whatever, but it's just me. It's just me. And I know we said we would do windows and things like that, so I'm not gonna confuse you with like too much stuff. I'm just gonna add in some spandrels. Yeah. So I'm just gonna use the basic one and put it around where I've put the room where I want it to have its own like little porch. This is normally how I do it. And then we'll just get some columns. Then you just add in a column here and there. That's what I normally do. So, trims. You might want to add a trim. I prefer to add a trim, but it's totally up to you if you want to add a trim or not. So, you'll go to the just above the house and it says freezes and exterior trims. I will go to exterior trims, pick the first one, which I normally always go for, and you can see that it's not snapping, nothing's happening here. And basically, as you can see, it says you need, wait, what does it say? You need a room above ground, apparently. Okay, which is technically this would be above ground, was it not? But anyway, I've just got into the habit now of creating a like flat piece under any roof pieces that I do, so that I don't have to think twice about where I'm putting the trim, and it also allows you to control where you're putting the trim. Okay, so as much as I want to use the square piece, I think it'll make much more sense if I use the L-shaped piece, the flat L shape here, and then I can control it better, because I only want the area that's got like where I've planned out for the roof to be. So the roof is only meant to like cover these two areas, but it's going into here because this is where the building is as well. But basically I want the trim to only be here, so that's why I didn't want it to extend further, because then the trim would go on the house, like in that corner here, and you wouldn't really be able to see it, so it would be a bit pointless. I might add it if I feel like it just makes it feel a bit more seamless, but we'll see. We'll see. Back to trims, and I'm going to use this trim here, and as you can see, look. And I think when you've pulled in one side as well, this helps to just like make it feel a bit more seamless. So I've added in that trim, and it'll go onto the other side as well, over here. And always remember to paint the roofs. Sometimes I actually forget, so it's a reminder for you and me. So as you can see, the trim is kind of like poking out. There is one that is very flat, which would work out for this one. I believe it's this one here, the inlaid trim. Sorry, here we go. It's very flat, very minimal, practically invisible. But if you wanted it to be an actual color, that would be a bit more helpful. But I just think it just finishes things off a bit, keeps things a bit more neat and tidy. So yeah, that's me adding a little trim there for you. And spandrels. This is generally the shape. I think I'll add like a back porch area as well. So I'm going to do the same thing, create a room. I'm probably going to do it one smaller, so just like in once more. Put it out a little bit more. Here we go. I mean, it is only a small home. There's probably only going to be one bedroom, so I don't think we need all this space, to be fair. So let's bring it in a little bit. And then I'm going to use this piece. I'm going to copy it. And turn it round. Put it on the back here. Oh my gosh, where is it going? Put it on the back. And then I'm just going to pull it in so it can meet this piece. And I'm going to lower it slightly as well. I don't want it to be that high. Yeah, like that. And then, again, with the spandrel, I'm just going to copy this. So you can use the eyedrop tool. So up here, it says the eyedropper. And I can access it by using triangle as well. So I just want to copy the spandrel. Yeah, the budget spandrel. I didn't realize it was called that. I'm going to slap it over here. I'm going to put it on the bit that I want it to have opened up, like so. And then I'm going to copy the columns as well. If I can hover over it, bring them over here. Oh, I'm going to have to copy it because I can't make multiple place, which is very annoying. I'm going to add in fences as well. And then I'm probably going to raise the terrain as well. The terrain, the house. Oh, let's try this one. I don't use this one, this like kind of rounded one. Let's use that. I'm just gonna add a fence in there, not into the house. And the same for the front. I'm sorry if the camera's weird. It's because I've got all the walls up, so it's just like a bit weird. But it's fine. I don't mind. I prefer all the walls up. And I might close it in. So I might bring it in there free. And then here free. I might open it up actually. So you do twice. There we go. I'm very confused by this up here. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of how that's sorting itself out. So let's see if I can like there we go. There we go. And then I'm gonna no, I didn't mean to add it there. My bad. My bad. I meant to copy this. And just close this off a bit more. Copy another one here. Here we go. Pretty. Then I'm gonna raise it like that. I don't think I'll show you debug landscaping. I'm just gonna show you the in-game landscaping. I think debug is a bit like complex and it's a bit of a faff. But let me know if you want me to show you like debug stuff, and then I'll do that for you guys. But with the landscaping in the next video, I'm just gonna keep it to the in-game stuff and use that. So add stairs there. Beautifuls, beautifuls. I'm gonna copy you, which you can copy them, and plop you down here. Oh no, not there. Here, but I'm probably gonna pull you in and have you. I can't really center it though, can I? Because I'm pretty sure it's an odd number. So yeah, I might just put it on the edge, maybe, to completely cover the whole place with stairs. I mean, that's okay. I can live with that. If you're working on a strict budget and you want to save a bit of money, you can delete this little bottom bit underneath the stairs. If we get the, look, there we go, 144. We love that. We love to see it. And then delete that. I personally like to keep it, but it's really up to you. It doesn't really affect much of anything, to be fair. Let me add a quick foundation, and then we're gonna add paint to the walls and flooring for the porches. I was like, what am I doing again? For this, I think I'm gonna go for something that matches the stairs a bit. So I really want a grey brick. I think this is the closest one, but I didn't really want the triangles in it, but this will do. So I'm just gonna go around some areas you might need to apply it to. You might miss some bits, so you just go around, make sure all the areas are covered in the foundation. They are great. And the wallpapers is just here under wall patterns, and I normally go with sliding. It just feels a bit more traditional and something that you would probably see in the neighborhood of Willow Creek. I went with the one with the little edge, but as you can see, this is fine, but this main building, there's like none on there. Oh, there is this one here. I thought that was a column, to be fair. I'm gonna paint that because I will forget. Maybe I'll leave those ends and just go in and just get rid of the ones that are on the main shell here, because as you can see, like, it's in the corner here and it's here, but it's not on this side. So I believe there's the same shade without it. I don't know if it's that one. I think it could be in here. I'm sure we have the same shades, right? Am I bugging? Okay, maybe we don't. Should we get orange? That's pretty loud. Grey is pretty boring though. I mean, I do love a blue. Blue look is always cute. But damn, I wanted that exact same green. There's this one. We can do this green. We'll do this instead. I think with The Sims, it's important to stay open because sometimes, like, you might have a vision and it just doesn't work in the game. So it's better to just, like, not get your hopes up too much. And yeah, just go with the flow. Also, you could use, which I'm thinking about, if they have the same green, which I think they do, with like the grey. I'm thinking about like having the little bump outs as like a bit of an accent. So some stone on the bottom of it, just to make the build look a bit more interesting. The stone is really dark. I wanted a grey, but like that is quite a dark grey. I'm thinking of like creating an accent with the little spandrels. So trying to find like a matching grey brick, which I'm not sure which one it is. This like matching one, to be fair. This one? I think it's this one. This like matches in with the one that's down there. I mean, the lighting is, oh guys, I'm so sorry, I just realized the lighting is absolutely horrendous. Is that better? I think this is slightly better, but yeah, that was poor before. And then roof textures, or roof patterns it's called. I do like a little shingly one like that, and I tend to go with the same tones. I tend to go with browns or a black or a grey roof. I don't really experiment too much with tones because I like what I like. So feel free to experiment and like play around with different tones. I might go with like a brown. Is that weird? Or like maybe a black is like the safest bet, because black really does go with everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a black roof. It feels comfortable, feels safe. And yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. And you can choose different types of roof trims. I tend to always go with a white, to be fair, always. That one didn't give me much of a difference. This one I like. It makes them look really like finished and like kind of pointy as well. I really like the look of it. Just, yeah, it feels really clean and like it's simple. I might put that here as well. Yeah, if you want a really chunky one, so like here where I had the trim. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of then. It's this one. So where the column is slightly poking out on the side, I could use a really chunky trim and kind of hide it a little bit on the roof, but it just looks a bit crazy, I think. For this build, it just looks a bit crazy. If you don't mind the clipping on the side, then you can just pull out these bits here. Like, if you don't mind that clipping, I kind of mind, but from the front you can't see it and it looks so much better. But obviously from the sides you're like, ugh, what is that? So that's the basic shape that I'm gonna go for. Style, I'm gonna add in some flooring here, and I might just keep the same like kind of brick kind of vibe. So I think it's this one that's like matching in the right direction, I believe. Yeah, pretty much the same. So I'm gonna go with that. Keep it really cute and simple, whatever's. We can add some details as well. So I know I said like kind of shape and the roof in. Roof's pretty much done, to be fair. You can add these little corbels, and I tend to size them down. Yeah, you can put these corbels here. I tend to size them down, but I kind of like it this big. I kind of think it's very like stand out. But actually I might size it down because maybe it's too big. Or maybe we should do like a bit more of a fancy one like this one. No, I like the other one. So I'm just gonna put them in all of these little roof bits here. I should have held triangles. And I'm gonna put them on these bits as well. They do snap to certain places themselves, but I find that because I think it's at the moment it's on free placement, so it is kind of just like moving in its own accord. So I will have to like rejig that myself. And then here, these bits are always a bit awkward for me, so I normally leave it. But I fit corbels in here. Let me just size them down and place them down, and then I'll move them and readjust them as and when I need. So like here, do we do them here? We might as well. Go on. Matching set. Okay. And then we come out. I'm going to... Those ones are fine, I think. Yeah. See? They kind of just snap on their own accord, so I don't have to worry too much about where I place them, because that looks a bit wonky. Oh, no. Lower down. I don't want it that low. I want it to be like right in... Do I have to put like half placement on? Half tile, sorry? Yeah, I think so. And also for this one, I just move it until I feel like it's where I would like it to be. So maybe there. I'm gonna pull these back in because it's just crossing over too much with everything. And the same with this one. I'm just gonna move it until I feel like it's in a place where I like it. So here, is that matching? I think so. Probably not. I feel like this is lower for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna leave it because I don't think I'm gonna be able to help it. Where didn't I put one here? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. So we'll just scrap that. Ooh, okay, come back, please. We'll put you here, and we'll get rid of you. Okay. This just makes it look a bit more interesting. What is happening? Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot I sized them down and just left them there. My bad. Do you ever do that? Do you ever forget that you did something and be like, what the hell was that? And it's like, oh, that was me. Never mind. False alarm. Okay. There we go. Just adds a bit more detail. And you like if you go into what do you call it? Wall sculptures, there's things like hanging plants. The more packs you have, the more stuff you'll have to add on. The little things like this, which are cute to add on as well. You can also size those down. So this little thing here, you can find it also in Debug, but we won't go into the woes of Debug at the moment. So I'm just gonna like place one of these into like the roof, because you know ventilation is important, and I feel like it's just a bit of realism as well when you build. Just like, yeah, there's a vent. You could have added in a chimney as well. I like to like build the wall and then add in the chimney. Maybe we'll do that in the next time I do another, like I'll do another shell and I'll do more details and add more things to it, and maybe I won't limit it to base game. So yeah, that'll be like the more like detailed build, whereas I'm trying to keep this really simple for you guys to follow through and yeah, hopefully like. Sometimes I feel like it just makes my builds look a bit more finished, but honestly I don't think it's like a necessity. I just like it, but you don't have to add railings if you don't want to add railings. I prefer to. That's pretty much it. That's how you do it. So next time we'll do a floor plan, and we could access this with ladders if you really wanted to use the space. Maybe we can put like a little art room up here. You could probably fit a little walkway as well, like a few tiles if you wanted it to actually be useful. Usable. I would just add in a little wall in the middle, I think here. Let me delete these bits here. I personally prefer any walkways I do to be 2x2, but this one, or like 2 tiles wide is what I really should have said, but this one will like clip into the roof, and like I'll have to do stuff to the roof and all that stuff to like hide it. So instead a 1 tile is fine for your sim to walk through. They can walk through this. So if you, little H, ha. But if you wanted your Sims to actually use the space, you could pop a ladder in, and then you could use the space and have this as a little walkway so you can access both of these squares. So it's really up to you if you wanted to use it. I did it for decoration, but if you want some extra space for like skill building, maybe you can put the easel up there, or like a chest table. Could you fit a chest? Yeah, you could put a chest table up here. Whatever you want to use. And you could pop a ladder somewhere. Let me go back into live mode, and so we can see this in the horrible lighting that we have. My Sim is currently taking a nap on a bench, as you do. This is what it's looking like. We do have the welcome wagon. We have no doors or windows, so I don't know where you're going to be welcomed to, but welcome indeed. It is so grey. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's hungry. So maybe you should welcome the welcome wagon so they can get food. Invite in. Did you drop the... No, you're holding it hostage. Put the fruitcake down, Eliza. I'm starving. This is it. This is what we're going to start off with. And then when we come back, we will focus on landscaping, windows, doors, and the floor plan. Hopefully that's not too much to try and fit into one video. I think that should be fine. Yeah, I think that should be fine. But if you did find it useful, please do leave a like. When this build is done, I'm going to upload it to the gallery for you guys so that you can use it and have fun with this build. But if you have anything to suggest, anything that helps you build in, anything that you think you can add in to help someone else who's new to the building, do let us know in the comments. Sharing is caring. But yeah, guys, I shall see you next week for a new video. Take care. Bye.